Often I criticize games for being too much like past releases in a series, or the title's already walking a path well traveled. So naturally you would think with a game like Phantasy Star Portable, where the name of the title is one of the biggest changes to the game, that I'd be outraged. But that's not the case. Why is it acceptable this time around? Is it because you're a horrible Phantasy Star Online fanboy, Ben? No. The difference here is that the title is nearly a straight port of Phantasy Star Universe Ambitions of the Illuminous, rather than pretending to be a new game. So if you're coming in expecting a bunch of new content and mechanics, well, don't. However, note that I specified the Ambitions of the Illuminous expansion. While most of the areas and enemies remain the same from the original Phantasy Star Universe release, both the Ambitions of the Illuminous and Phantasy Star Portable have greatly tweaked the game from its original release, especially in the offline department. The battle system has a more tactile feel from the floaty combat of the original, as well as a decent amount of new photon arts that you can connect to different weapons, allowing for special melee skills, different elemental bullets, and spells. That and the number of offline missions are greatly improved over the original release. But if you're coming in with the experience of the Ambitions of the Illuminous offline mode already under your belt, most of the changes here are subtle. The leveling system of both characters, classes, and photon arts have been adjusted to better suit the solo experience due to the lack of an online mode. Crafting has been removed in favor of a drop system familiar to fans of the original Phantasy Star Online, and a handful of previously online-only classes are now available offline, like the Agile Acromaster and the Trap-based Protrancer, as well as the Master versions of the based Force Ranger and Hunter classes. Due to the lack of an online mode, the title throws lobbies out the window in favor of a more convenient menu system to navigate the game's 4 different towns. There's also a set of storyline quests unique to Phantasy Star Portable, with a surprisingly decent amount of production values, outside of its horrendous voice acting.
Don't look so bummed out. It's not a bad thing. Just go with it.
Yes, alright.
Despite the near minuscule changes to the game, and already having dumped over 100 hours in Ambitions of the Illuminous' offline mode, I easily sank another 40 hours into Phantasy Star Portable. I've become my worst fear, someone who enjoys rehashed content like it's new. But again, the title is basically a port, so many of the long-standing issues with Phantasy Star Universe remain, including a sloppy quick menu system, issues with loading weapons and skills and spells. And for a game that at times felt like it could hardly run on the PlayStation 2, it's no surprise that Phantasy Star Portable faces some technical challenges on the PSP. However, as expected as they are, it is still a mess with a significant amount of pop-in, shadows that look more like dead pixels on the screen, as well as frequent slowdown and stutters. And while I didn't get to record it, I even had an entire environment disappear at me at one point as I was collecting boss loot, creating a world of floating boxes. What's important here though is that the title is Phantasy Star Universe, but portable. If you want to take that nearly exact experience on the go, you'll find a lot to enjoy in Phantasy Star Portable. And with the PC and PS2 servers offline, and the Xbox 360 version now on a timeline, the title is the most up-to-date version of Phantasy Star Universe in its original form that you can find.
I may have some shortcomings, but I hope you'll look past them.
Oh yeah?